Welcome again to our of the free instant tournament on BBO. Let me just take a look at the streaming parameters to see if everything is as it should be. The stream is going where it should, and it is. So let me share the screen and we'll proceed to BBO. Here we go. The weekly free instant tournament, as most of you know, can be found under the solitaire tab here. Weekly free instant tournament. It's updated every Friday. It's 8 deals with match point scoring. Usually some food for thought in at least more than half of the deals, as often happens in bridge. So we start with a typical 1 no trump opening bid, playing strong no trump, 16 high card points. So this is it's an automatic bid. And partners asking for 4 card majors, we confess to hearts. So there's no surprises on the bidding here. Partner has 10 high card points. And with our 16, that's 26. There's 14 missing. And we have some unfortunate heart weakness. Missing ace, queen, 10, and 9. That's a lot of honors to be missing. And another bad aspect here is that this lead is from shortness. So the 8 of clubs being short means that there is some chance that heart length will be in west. But it shouldn't be 4, because it's not often the case that we lead from shortness when we have 4 trumps, but it should be 3, which make our chances for getting too many heart tricks worse, right? But we have to just play hearts the usual way. There is this reflection about the possible length in hearts means that even if we wanted to take an inspired guess and duck here, hoping to get a short honor offside, this is way against the odds after the 8 of clubs lead. So let's just play jack. And later, the 9 is not a bad card. Maybe he has 10-9 double, right? Maybe. So let's see if we can block these diamonds, can we? Not that sure. Especially if clubs are now he can. Clubs are 4-1. That's what I was thinking about. But now he can win in dummy. Play a heart, even if he discards. That's what I'm worried about. He will have enough. Yeah, that's this card. He has ace 10. Now we are in trouble, right? We're going to lose probably 2 trumps. And unless we can play a trump and hope that he doesn't have 5 spades. If he has 4 hearts, 4 spades, it's a tie, so to speak. If he has 4. Because the alternative is to we don't know if clubs are established. There's also that. I think we should just finesse in clubs right now. Because if clubs are 4-1 and playing a trump, getting a spade back, maybe we'll get in trouble. So let's lose 2 trumps, right? And the rest is ours. We might have done better if we had cashed, played the queen when he led a low spade instead of ducking. But I wanted to try to get to dummy. And I expected him to not have the ace of spades. Maybe it was badly thought. But if we had hopped with the queen of spades, he clearly would have one more trick. So this was not found by most players. Let me just explain more detail what was the error here. Because of the seven of spades looked like a high card. So if it's a high card and the ace is in east, I want to tempt him to play the ace over the nine, because his partner might have had the king. He doesn't know that we don't have the ace of hearts. And so, but if we had played the queen here, imagine 7 queen instead of 9, winning the trick, then a heart, then we have a spade stopper. They can't attack spades profitably. And so we'll be able to draw all the trumps without losing the club queen or the deuce of hearts. So we would lose 3 hearts and a spade in that scenario. But maybe the big takeaway point here is the diagnosis of the heart length behind us after the club lead. Okay, this is a 12 high card point, and our majors in the usual fashion. Let's try our luck in our second 4 hearts. Well, we have 3 top losers and a club and a trump, 3 top losers in spades and diamonds, and a trump trick to lose it as well. So our only chance here is that at least 2 clubs will survive after we leave 1 trump out, so that we can discard our diamond. Apparently that is the case. So we get rid of our losing diamond here. It's too late for them. And we lose only 2 more spades. Unlucky lead, but very normal result. Wow. How can this be a 93% hand? People are getting to 4 spades because they're not bidding hearts. That is, I once recorded a video, and that's probably, I usually give you the word from our sponsor later in the video, but let me bring up the platform for videos that I have, over 200 videos. And I recorded a video here, bridgeacademy.locals.com. It's been a while since I've followed the routine of recording videos every week. But there are over 200 videos here, so you are free to join. It's free to join, and many of the videos are free for everybody. Some are open only to subscribers. The subscription is only $15 per month, which is not a great deal if I'm not recording videos, I guess. But there is still a big library of videos that are bound to be useful to many people. And I once recorded a video about this kind of mistake. See how many people are not bidding their hearts because they think they are weak. They are too weak to bid hearts. Look at how many people are not bidding 2 hearts with this hand. So this is an eye-opener for me. I knew that some people fall into this trap, but I've never imagined it to be so prevalent. This is a very obvious 2 heart rebid. And if you want more details, go look for the video in the Bridge Academy. Okay, here we have 18 high card points. So we want to open in a minor and jump in no trumps. If we can, so we couldn't, we are playing in 1 diamond. Of course, spades would be better, but they are winning some hearts, right? They are losing 3 top tricks in the minors, maybe 1 or 2 spades. So they are not 2 spades, but they are entitled for sure to 140. So if you go down 2, it's still good. Maybe we'll get a rough here, which is not bad news, by the way. We want to get roughs because that means, yeah, that means that we will win our long trumps, especially having that trump in dummy. He'll play the king of a club. No, ace of diamonds. That's great. So now we lead a diamond. Let's count the trumps, okay? I've counted them in my head. It's good for you to know. We have 4 in our hand, 2 in dummy, and East has shown 4 already, right? He ruffed twice and has shown 4. So given, and West has shown 2. So the possible breaks of the diamonds are 4 with us, 2 with them. There are 7 missing. They could be 4-2 originally, 4-3, sorry. 4-3 originally, in which case the missing trump is in West, or 5-2. Then East started with 5, but there's only 1 trump missing. We can even claim at this point down 1. We lose a trump. It was with West, but now we have a pitch for the club. That's why we were hoping that they would ruff. And we got down 1, and they win at least. They make 4 hearts, right? They only lose ace, king, and ace. The pass from East is horrendous. I know that lots of people are playing the same contract, but it's horrendous to see East passing with ace, king, queen, 5th of hearts. Okay, let's move on. 1 spade opening bid. A drury to clubs. That means a maximum hand, a pass hand, 10, 11, and spade support. If these were imps, I would clearly go to game. 3 aces are great. 5, 4, 3, 1 is a great hand. Even the 10 of clubs should be useful. It being match points, probably it's best to just ensure that we would only get to game if partner really loves his hand. Okay, he has clubs now. My hand got even better. You notice that the 2 diamond is artificial. And what it means is we might have a game if you are maximum. He has 11. This lead, it's either from shortness. Can it be Jack Doubleton? Probably not. It could be Queen third, in which case I'm in bad shape unless East Singleton is the 9. Let's try to 12. We have 12 and 11. That's 23. They have 17. And how should the diamonds be? Why are they not leading diamonds, which is their longest suit? With this West here with 3 clubs and 4, 3, 3, 3 with 4 hearts or 4 diamonds. Lead a club? I think not. I think it's easier to play him for a singleton. So let's hope it's a singleton. Tiny block here. Maybe that 6 of clubs will be useful for the 7 later. And we can draw trumps. Successfully catching 10. So they lost a trick there. And now we are in very good shape. Even if we lose the club finesse. Okay, now we win all the tricks. That is a fantastic result for sure. Making 12 tricks. 12 tricks missing, keeping Jack of spades. Why? I didn't do anything fantastic, right? But it's about bidding the game. So even if we did fewer tricks, we won more tricks than everybody else, but still, people are not evaluating correctly this. They're signing off with 3 aces, thinking only 12. That's a common sin among intermediate players to think about high card points rather than the structure of the hand. So 3 aces. As I said, in imps would be an automatic 1 spade, 2 clubs, 4 spades. I was only more reluctant to bid game because this is match point, so the game reward is not as important. As you can see, if we are playing a part score and made 12 tricks, it would be exactly the same top. So let's say they didn't goof up with the trumps, and we share the top with this table here. Not bad. So bidding game is not as crucial in match points as compared to imps. Okay, 14 high card points. We are vulnerable. If we were not vulnerable, this would be a good opportunity for a kind of tactical, weakish, strong no trump with very good 14 and trying to preempt them, their hearts. But being vulnerable is dangerous because it can go down much more in the wrong part score. So 1 diamond is a better chance to get to the right part score. Now we bid 1 trump and we get where we wanted to get anyway. I'm not tempted to bid 2 spades here. Well, I'm tempted because I'm talking about it. But, well, considering that part, I didn't bid 2 hearts, so he should have 4. Maybe. The problem is that 2 spades maybe is a 4-3. And we are vulnerable. So it's really too busy. He's taking a chance with his 2 hearts. But this is a matter of style, and I don't know what is the robust style. With rebidding weak 5-card suits. Let's say he has queen 5th of spades. Would he pass in 1 trumps? Since I don't know, and defending is harder than declaring, I think I'll bid 2 spades after all. Anyway. Let's see. He has 4 bad spades, 3 good hearts. Not great, not horrible either. So this is clearly singleton or doubleton. We can hope to lose 2 clubs, 2 hearts, and 2 spades. That's down 1. Okay, now that we have only 1 club loser, maybe it's best. There is a red herring. I think it's a red herring, but I'll think it through right now about discarding the North's hearts and diamonds. That would wreck our communications if we try to do that. So diamond to the king, spade to the ace, ace queen of diamonds, discarding hearts, and then what? Then a club. They would shorten our hand, North, by playing 2 hearts or a 4th diamond, and we would never be able to draw trumps if trumps are 4-2. So that doesn't appeal. Let's just establish our clubs and hope for 2 trumps, 2 hearts, and a club. That would be down 1. It's not bad. Down 1, that would be making 2, not down 1. Certainly not bad. Now we have all the tricks. Apart from trumps, we can even, since we have stoppers everywhere, you can even try the second trump immediately. And if they are not breaking 3-3, they are not. Do we have the jack of hearts as a stopper? So they were 3-3 would make another trick. Since they weren't, we make 2. 110. I don't know. What would that happen in 2 hearts? That's 68%. 2 hearts, they would give up club, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, and a heart. They would go down 1, apparently. Some people allowed it to make. Not easy. Certainly not easy to not win one of those tricks. But that one is worse than 110, right? About 110 down one would be 50. So we're talking, this is where we would be landing over two hearts, improved from here to here by bidding two spades. Okay, they're opening in the wrong major suit. This would be an easy double of one heart. It's always uncomfortable to pass with this stronger hand, not full versus full. And the alternative, I hate one of trumps, by the way. The stopper is bad for no trump because if you want to play no trump, maybe it's better to play from the north side. And the hard singleton may mean that partner will put us in a 5-1 fit if we bid one no trump. So the only alternatives are really pass and two clubs. Double with a singleton heart is also unthinkable. So you can put us in a 4-1 fit rather than a 5-1 fit. But between pass and two clubs, this is at the table I would have bid already, by the way. I think that's a good opportunity for a digression that I think bridge is a better game if people try to bid in tempo and quickly in the first few rounds. Of course, when you have a tough slam decision, you can take your time to construct possible hands opposite. But these, even when you have a tough hand as this one, it's better for your partner if you bid quickly, because that won't give unauthorized information for him. Better for your side as well, because the opponents won't be able to get as many inferences as you'd like. And this hand, I think the tiebreaker for me is the vulnerability. Not full versus full. It's usually good policy to bid. And if you put nobody vulnerable, even better. If we don't bid here and we just defend, maybe they will go down in hundreds. That's not so bad. But if they were going down in 50s, I think here would be clear cut, two clubs. As the cards are, it's a coin toss. I'll bid two clubs because I like to bid, but I could easily be convinced that passing is best. Okay, so partners broke. This guy here has some points. This guy here has some points also. So no, Trump is a nominous bid. Very sinister. I don't want to lead a club here. If the player has this queen of clubs, but what would we be playing for partner to have a spade stopper? Because if we lead a club losing to the queen, we take away our spade stopper, take away the ace of clubs, and then they score, let's say, 4 spade tricks. If spades are 5-2. Probably ace and king of hearts 6 and 2 clubs 8. Maybe we should be hoping that partner is long in diamonds. West doesn't have spades, doesn't have clubs also. He should be long in diamonds. He should have 4 hearts and at least 4 diamonds, but maybe 5. I hate this position. Let's lead a heart. Give the partners. Maybe we're breaking communications with dummy. I don't know. It's bad news. Looks like partner has jack third. They play the jack. That's so weird. Now, can partner have the queen of diamonds? Why is partner playing the jack of spades? I have no idea. You want to get out of my hand. And This is Queen 10 doubleton. This should play ace and another. Okay, so we established our 7. And he will run some spades. Where's the 10 of spades? Oh, part of play the jack from jack doubleton. It's probably the same, but now the player has 5 spade tricks, a diamond, a club, and 2 hearts, making 9 tricks. Nine tricks. Bad score. For sure. 150. No, 50%. Not bad. Better than expected. Okay, 21 high card points, but clearly not. These unsupported queens are not worth their salt. This is just a reverse, I think. And we got support. I would have did 2 hearts with this hand. We got support, the right doubleton, the king of diamonds. That's a fantastic hand for our hand. And even so, it's not laid down. But it's odds on that we'll make 10 tricks by roughing a diamond. I'm not even roughing now since the jack became established. The queen became established. Interesting. Interesting spade pitch. What I'll do. I don't think this guy has a singles in spade. So I will finesse in spades on the first round. And now I have only a club to lose. Making 10 tricks. Probably not a bad score. No, 93%. Why is that? People are really playing uninspiredly. How are they making not? They are not playing to rough a diamond. Why not? They're forgetting to rough the diamonds. Yeah. At least in this section, the standard of play is not as good as I've seen in other tournaments. But anyway, now we have a 15 high card point, and I think opening mono trump with 5 card majors is a fad that may be overdone. This is a hand that looks like a mono trump opening bid to me, especially with hearts. So this is a minor suit statement. We are not interested in minors, so we don't raise either of them. His heart shortness. So this is good that we hit our hearts. Maybe they will get enthusiastic with a heart defense. Partner has 11 with our 15, 26. A technical play here. After winning the first trick, we should go after clubs. And ace of clubs and a club is the best way to play the suit. But I always think that I always consider whether it's not worth my small technical loss in order to conceal more about my hand, by which I mean playing a low club now instead of ace of clubs and club. The ace of clubs is great when east is short in clubs. Then it's really important for us to catch the ace of clubs and not lose to a singleton on or here, something like that. But the 6 of hearts, if it is from king jack 7-6, which looks likely, then there's not a lot of room for east to be short of clubs. But I'll catch the ace of clubs because I think I'll have to play a spade at some point to my queen. and therefore find some way to enter my hand. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Problem with the entries here. Okay. So now if we can believe that the 10 of diamonds is on side as it should be, just lose a spade at the end, right? Cash the ace of hearts. That's some diamonds. And claim. Losing. Well, maybe once every 10 years, a spade king is a singleton. Let's cash the ace of spades first. But then we lose a spade. And the final board, what was the score? 100% again. Wow. This is a very surprising series of very high scores on deals in which we didn't do anything out of the ordinary at all. So what was happening on the other tables to explain this 100%? Come on, other tables. So people are stopping in one or trump or making only 10 tricks, going down. That's very peculiar. That is a new way of, let's look at it. Where are we among the top 10, top 100 scorers? People are playing many times. Of course, if you play many times, you get 100%. So that's kind of, they should at least have a different table. One time 99.55%. I would guess that this means somebody. All of these 98%, these are people who have played on a different account, and then there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with that, because people are just having fun. They are just, this not a competition. So if you get 95% plus, it's just trying to beat your own bad result, knowing the cards. It's a pastime. But this is, you see, play again to improve your ranking. Now I'm not want to play again. Once is more than enough for any deals. I hope you enjoyed this, friends, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.